There is a term in Japanese, mushiboko, meaning no self and doing your job. Typically used in a company or organization that you may have some personal desire but go beyond it, and it's not the right word probably, but the word that popped up, it's to sacrifice yourself for that. So no self. I think it's interesting that there is such a word. I don't know if in English what's the similar or identical expression. It's basically going beyond ego. And I think that's in the air, and it changed or not by now, I don't know, because I've been out of Japan for 40 years or so, even though I go back every now and then and relate to what they do. But it's the root of philosophy, if you call it, or attitude, to go beyond. In some videos I mentioned about Prince Shotoku from, say, maybe 600 AD. He was known as the person who brought and spread out Buddhism in Japan. And in the constitution called the 17 Clause of Constitution, the first constitution in Japan, he developed, and the first item, as I believe was the case, was to have harmony as the core of our behavior. So that harmony is to be respected, is what he meant. And he was revered, and I felt, and I shared the video already, that in Japan there's that sense of having harmony as a group, as a nation. How much it's still alive, I'm not quite clear, but having visited Japan so often, and last visit just 5 months ago or so, I confirmed that still valid, and I posted some video about Shotoku, Prince Shotoku, and the harmony, the constitution. That word mushiboko, without yourself do the job, it's like a religion, and for the harmony, for the best of the people. Like, may all beings be happy, and you would, I don't know if the word sacrifice is the best way, but go beyond your self to make a decision. I confirmed that idea when I visited this little town, Matsuzaki, and there was a harmony. Much smaller town, many people go to a big city, and older people left, but young people coming back and try to make the best of what they've got. So I feel that spirit. Then I thought, you may kill yourself for the nation. And if that's done by what's the word? Kamikaze attack, believing that's the right thing to do. Then harmony, maybe within Japan, somehow even manipulation, but people follow. But you need to look at the whole picture. If the top guy is leading, making a decision on what to do, like war, trying to defend. But if it's a defending of your narrow-mindedness by not looking at the whole balance of power and relationship with others, and the people use the term mushiboko, go beyond yourself. It may not be quite representing beyond Japan. Not to the point of may all beings be happy, and that's the aim of it, and finding the strategy to work out the solution so that this harmony and the values and the thought of putting yourself empty for the purpose of the organization. It could be still sub-optimizing if you don't see the picture well, and led by some dictator or political leader, and people hypnotized, so to speak, to follow what they say. I posted the other video about the spider on the ceiling of this little room. But the spider doesn't know or doesn't care about the little room. The purpose is to live the best. Anyway, as human species and as individuals, we are learning and to make the most of it. With going beyond the self-interest for the betterment of the group or society, or even for all living beings. That's the alignment. And not just the top leader to provide such view, but for each to have a sense to go beyond the narrow-mindedness for the harmony and betterment of the society. That's the test given to us all the time. In the case of Japanese history, the war, World War II, some arrogance, misinterpretation of the situation, and manipulation, things can go wrong. And you don't have to look after all the examples, even Holocaust, or any of those incidents over the human history. They believe what they think is right, but may not be. The insight to find what is truth beyond our constrained mind, I think, is critical. Nobody knows the future, but make the best of what you've got. Make the best of finding the wisdom, not just blind faith. That's an eternal quest, individually, organizationally, as a human species. I worked in the organization or the company to align or break down the silos, and from local optimizing with ego or biased view to a broader, totally optimizing what the vision of the company and who are the customers and suppliers, and have everyone as mini company to do their best locally but aligned to the goal of the organization. So that's what I worked to find the bottleneck by helping people to understand and to collect the wisdom of people. But that's within the company, then it has to be within the nation, and then has to go beyond the nation. And we have that intelligence, possibility to find that. Even AI may help, but at the same time there's narrow-minded viewpoint that may bring us into trouble, even though many may think that whatever they do is the right thing. We are in this country, in the US, I'm a green card holder, so not being able to vote. In a few days we know the next president. I'm laughing, but the stake is so high. Living in the US, but more like outsider because I cannot vote, but with the concern of what is to come. What a big stake we've got here. Philosophy by itself doesn't solve anything, or any talk on the YouTube may not help much. But each person's effort to go beyond the self and Mushihoko to look at the broader interest of the people and dedicate, we'll see what will come up. I just want to put in words some thought on this turn of the event that is to happen and the influence which can go beyond any one person's imagination. I just want to have us to find the wisdom and make a right decision. In the direction for all beings be happy. Have a good day. Have a good next 4 days or so before the election of the next President of the United States. Thank you.